Just going to start with a piece of music. Inviting everyone to be present with the water behind me. While I'd love to get some delicious reverb here if we can. First time playing piano here, so that's fun. You know, I do play a handful of instruments, but I think the one that fuels them all is this instrument, you know. I feel like the heart is partly deeply who we are, but it's also something that we can move through life with, meet people with. Well, my name's Subra. Really happy to be here today, and just like to express my gratitude for the Center for Spiritual Living and Science of Mind for having me and giving me this opportunity, which is, I was feeling overwhelmed with gratitude in the back earlier, just for feeling how blessed and special this is to me, this community, and this, it's a very special opportunity. I don't take it for granted. It's very special to be in a room with other conscious beings, at least human beings, right? We can go to the forest and be surrounded by conscious tree beings, and that has its own fulfillment, but to have an opportunity for humans to get together, to share the presence, to be in that field together, it is beyond special, and it's so needed. Feeling a bit emotional today, so bear with me. I'd like to everyone, let's please just close our eyes for a moment. And I just want you to visualize the planet Earth. And just see her in all her beauty. Now go where you are, right in this chair, and visualize in the center of your body a brilliant white light, like shining diamonds, like shining snow. And I want you just sense and feel that light slowly expanding. Let the light fill this room that we're in right now. This room is filled with love, God, truth, and presence. Is everyone feeling it? Right? Okay, good. Now feel that light, and I want it to expand to cover Lake Tahoe. Now the whole lake and the Sierra Nevada mountains are being touched by that light, by that love, by that consciousness. And within this light that we're creating is God's energy of love, forgiveness, and healing. The waters are healing. The air around the water is healing. It's filled with love. Now, let that light now expand. Expand, expand. And now it's the entire United States. And just feel the love that you are, the consciousness that you are, the spark of divine that you are, is permeate, is seeping through and touching and healing everything on the land from sea to shining sea. Illusions of separation are getting dissolved. Oneness is becoming restored. Now let that light expand. Now we're covering the entire planet with our love, with our light, with our consciousness and with our deep intentions. Now, with everybody holding the earth in their bosom, just put your hands on your belly. Feel that the planet Earth is within you. And let us send as much healing, as much love, as much consciousness. It's pouring out of your hands and covering the earth. Oneness is being restored. Okay, you can open your eyes. On one hand, in this present moment, there's no war. Not that we can see. There's no violence in this moment. There's no politics in this moment. I know that the world can be overwhelming, and I just want to share a friendly reminder that when it is too much, just hone it all in a little bit. You know, just focus on your immediate surroundings. That's all that God has to offer you right now, and it should be enough. It's a very good question. Is the present moment enough? And I feel like for a majority of us, a majority of the time, myself included, it's not. We go outside the present moment, looking for validation, looking for so many things. I don't want to spend all my time listing it off, right? But boy, how much liberation can be from just feeling this is enough. This moment is enough. It's more than that. It's human nature to want more, to desire what's missing, to focus on what's not here. And most of our suffering comes from obsession with what's not here. Or the way that something is here, how it should be different. We think it should be like this, or something like that, right? So there's a lot of power in just recognizing that whatever is happening in your moment is all that God has to offer you. And it is so much. At the same time, being a human being can be quite painful and quite difficult. So there's a lot of compassion and empathy there too. Sometimes life is so intense, only thing we can do is escape the moment because it's not safe, because of so many things. But I just would love to be a voice that it's always okay to come home. It's always okay. And it is not God who leaves us. It is us who leave God. God, in the present moment, has never, will never give up on you. I'll give $1 million and my guitar to anybody who can make the present moment go away. It's a really nice guitar. Anyone want? It doesn't go away, does it? And neither does God. But we go away, right? We go away. We go into our stories, our beliefs, all of that, our dreams. And that is okay too, because God is utterly without judgment. And I personally, in my own journey, I just find it so comforting that no matter what, home is always there waiting for us. God is always waiting for you. The present moment is always waiting for us. And I pray that I can just have a billionth of that patience and a billionth of that love that is so present. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is something that I've been saying for years, and it resonates with me. But I feel, to my capacity to love someone, however deep that goes, my patience is matched by that depth. I feel love and patience go hand in hand. The more you love somebody, the more patient we are with them, right? And just imagine with how patient God has been with humanity, how much he or she, how much they love us. I don't know if you resonate with reincarnation the way that I do, but I recognize God's patience. And the other side of that coin is love. So anytime you feel homesick, anytime that you want to feel the presence, practice the presence of God, just come back here. The sparkles of light on the water behind me. The hum of the computer. The feeling of the chair that you're sitting on. Each of your 5 senses are nothing but a portal to the divine. God is nameless, formless, vast beyond logic, which I personally find paradoxes very comforting, because you can't dig into the body of God, into this physical reality, without encountering paradox on some level. It's comforting because it reminds me that God in existence is so much bigger than my thoughts, bigger than my ideas. It's a mystery. You know, I deeply feel there's so much value in meditation. Of course, goes without saying. But in my experience, it's one of the first steps. It's the beginning. It's the training wheels, so to speak. And meditative living is where I hope we all end up. And it's a big difference. You know, right now, I'd just like for everybody to take their hand and just move it with presence. And just feel Imagine you're having your morning coffee, and imagine picking up your coffee with that much grace and intention. You know? To me, that's where this all is heading. Just being so deeply grounded in God presence that the most ordinary things become extraordinary. Spirituality is not about becoming extraordinary as much as many self-proclaimed shamans and individuals would like to say. You know, spirituality is about being ordinary, but the extraordinary is expressing through the ordinary. I love this community so much because of the ordinariness of the people here. To me, that makes me my heart open up and makes me feel comfortable, to be quite honest, with all the spiritual communities I've been a part of. It's a sign of spiritual maturity, of not needing to be special or not needing, you know, because you already are. You know? We have this extraordinary gift of consciousness, which could not have a price tag. It's beyond priceless. And when you find that inside, and the confidence it gives you, you can be ordinary on the outside. You don't feel this need to be anything more than what you are. Some of the greatest masters I've met on the outside were some of the most ordinary people. You don't even notice them at the grocery store, except for maybe if you're in the presence as well. So as much as there's tremendous value in all us coming here, it's the support, the community, but this is just the beginning. And I would love for everyone to just consider adding some extraordinary presence in your ordinary moments. And doorknob has the power to enlighten you. A doorknob. If you are deeply present with it, and your mind is silent, and you turn it, and you're just, that's it. This tissue box right here has more power to awaken you than Jesus, and Buddha, Muhammad, Lao Tzu, everyone, all of them combined. Do you know why? Because the tissue box is in the room with us right now, at least in the physical form. We can be present with it. This can awaken in you. It's the extraordinary in the ordinary. Because what is not this physical universe we live in other than the body of God? Right? All the galaxies, all the stars, all the planets, us, and all the things inside of us. It's all the body of God. And when God is so vast, so mysterious, and so intangible in some ways, you know, how do you connect? It's not easy to connect. Well, the present moment is the answer. Because no matter what your present moment is filled with, including our emotions, including our stories, including all of that is God too. And when you bring consciousness to the body of God, the mind and heart of God will meet you. I promise. When something is so mysterious and intangible, I understand. You don't know who knows where to start. But I can tell you where not to start, is piling on beliefs. You know, the thicker our beliefs are about the world we live in, the less we are with the body of God. I don't know, perhaps you can relate to this, but sometimes with roommates, relationships, family members, just let me know. Have you ever had the experience where perhaps you put someone in a box? You've wrote them off as, they're this kind of person, they do this sort of thing, this is who they are, and you're confident about it. The moment that belief of that person is solidified is the moment you stop seeing them. It's like a photograph. Your mind is just, you're greedy, you're an a-hole, you're self-centered, or whatever, who knows. It could be positive things too, you know, or you're overly looking up to someone equally as toxic. Oh, he's so perfect and dreamy, or she's so perfect and dreamy, or I don't know. It can go either way. We're going away from the body of God, you know? And just try to see things without labels as much as you can. Try to encounter people without judgments as much as you can. We're all here because we want to have God in our life, to have that relationship, to have that presence. And I promise you, I don't know a lot, but I definitely know God is without judgment. 100%. Not even an iota of judgment. So if you care to live a spiritual life, consider catching the judgment within you. And most importantly, when you do, make sure not to judge the judgment. Very important. You see how this mind works? Our minds are amazing, wonderful. I'm so grateful that we were given this imagination machine. We can dream up and create, and it's extraordinary. But our minds are not too different than technology, in the sense that it has a certain role to play, a certain job to do, a certain tool, you could say. But what happens when the tool gets out of hand, and you're the tool. You're being used. I mean, I have a phone addiction. I will be completely honest, and I'm trying to be more mindful of it. But sometimes I feel like my phone is using me. And it is. You know, these companies, Facebook, Instagram, they all profit from your attention, which you could even say is your consciousness. You know, they're all designed to be as addictive and dopamine induced as possible. It's all by design. At what point does the tool start become the master? And our minds are no different. Extraordinary. I couldn't create anything without it. I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't know who I am. I wouldn't know my name. You know? And having exquisite conversations with a friend at a coffee shop is so much fun. So, I really hope that we don't walk away today thinking that our minds are the enemy. Not at all. But the master is the one that witnesses the mind. That's the master within each one of you. Don't get mixed up. The best thing we can do is to create a little bit of space between us and our thoughts. The more space you can create, the chains of identification start to wither. And there's a moment where you deeply see and understand that these thoughts happening inside of you are no more who you are than the river flowing in front of you. Who you really are is the consciousness, the spark of God that is witnessing the flow within and without. At our deepest selves, that is who we are. But to come back to that, we have to catch our judgments. We have to catch our beliefs. We have to catch everything that we're projecting on this present moment and preventing us from being with the body of God. The less ideas I have about you, the more I can be present with you. The less ideas you have about me, the more you can be present with me. And that's true for every single person, every pet, every tree, every flower, everything. So the work that we're doing we're not making anything. You don't have to, we are all Buddhas. You're a Buddha, you're a Buddha, you're a Buddha, you're a Buddha. We don't have to add anything to us. But boy, do we have to remove some things that are not us. That is the work. You know, Michelangelo, someone asked him how he sculpted the David. And this particular story and this particular metaphor, it really sums up everything I've learned in spirituality in a really beautiful way. But Michelangelo responded, he's like, I didn't carve David from the marble. I removed everything that wasn't David. That's all I did. I just took everything that wasn't David. You don't have to create God or create divinity or create spirituality or any of those things. They're already there within you. All you have to do is bring awareness to everything that is not. It pains me to see our world to be so lost in belief. We kill each other over our beliefs. You don't believe what I believe, you deserve to die. To me, that is the that is human unconsciousness. That's the opposite direction we need to be going in. The whole world is flowing in that direction. Do you have the courage to flow in the other direction? It takes courage to go in the opposite direction that our world is going in. And by world, I should be more precise. Unconscious humanity. The planet Earth is perfect. Every animal on this earth is perfect. It's just us humans that need a little bit of attention and love and healing. You know? Imagine what the world would be like if people didn't take their beliefs so seriously and they allowed each other the space to be. It's really important to stay informed, but it's equally important just to remind yourself only what's here in this moment is what's true. There's no protests happening right now. There's no war. We're very blessed and privileged, you know? But anytime the state of the world is overwhelming for you, and it's affecting you emotionally, and it's bringing down your consciousness, just take a moment and just be a Buddha with the Kleenex box. You know? I promise you that is what the divine wants. And I struggle with this balance of being informed because I care, but also not letting it drag me down, because that's not helping or serving anybody. Connecting with God or being awakened or enlightened, whatever you want to call it, is a deeply embodied experience. So I'd like to invite everybody just to come back, just be in your body right now. Feel the chair underneath you. Feel the floor supporting you. Feel whatever your hands are touching or resting on. Whatever you're hearing in this moment. And in this moment. And in this moment. The peace that passeth understanding. And every moment that you are deeply present, embodied, is a moment that you're healing the world. Please don't forget that. Sometimes just being present with a flower, or a tree, or your cute dog or cat can do more for the world than you could ever imagine. Because you're holding that vibration of peace and love. And that's what matters. That's all God wants of us. It's not just as simple as coming home. It's us choosing to come home. And that quality of choice is so important to God. You all chose to be here. And right now you are choosing the present moment. And I can't tell you how much that means to the divine. At any moment, we're either going to choose what world do we want to live in. The world in here, where I'm the creator. I have all the control. I write the story. Or are we going to choose God's world? Where God is the creator. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sick of my own stories. I think bored is a better word. I'm kind of bored of it. It's the same la 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 la. It gets boring after, when you're on this path and you're paying attention. After a certain point, you realize the repetitiveness of it all. So find the theme of your dream. There probably is multiple themes going on, you know? The themes of our stories could be, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, life is too hard, nobody loves me, I don't love myself. These are the themes of our dream. And each of those themes, each of those stories it's like a brick between you and the divine. It's a giant brick wall. And this work that we're doing, by the way, all you have to do is notice it. That's enough, because that's the power of you. That's the power of God and the power of consciousness. It just needs to be witnessed without judgment. That's it. One brick at a time. One piece at a time. And then the veil gets lifted. I feel that we all have this in common. We all yearn to know God. Perhaps even to be known by God. And the more you can be with whatever is ordinary in front of you, I promise you, the extraordinary will come through. I cannot tell you how many awakening stories I've heard from people over the years where it's the most ordinary thing, but they're deeply there, looking at their coffee cup. And then that opens up something in their consciousness. The present moment is the door. And if you wait at the door long enough, God will appear. I promise you. But if you're lost in your stories and your beliefs and your thoughts and your resentments and all, God can't meet you. You're not where God can meet you. God can only meet you here and now. Because you know what? That's the only place where God is. And the only place where our minds exist is outside of the here and now, past and future. Have you ever had a thought that wasn't based in past or future? I don't think so. I haven't. So these are different dimensions of ourselves. Can anyone help me with... I'm in the timelessness zone.
Up on the wall.
Okay. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up then, because I want to be respectful of everyone's time. But I just hope that you can see there's two very clear dimensions within us. The dimension of our minds, which is deeply rooted in past or future, can only exist in the past and future. It's almost as if the mind is air and past and future is like music. Like if you take oxygen out of this room, I could not play the flute or the guitar or anything. The past and the future is like oxygen to the mind, to our stories and thoughts and beliefs and judgments. And the present moment is only without the past and the future. There's no past, there's no future right now. I mean, within the heart of the present moment, of course, there's all these dimensions and all these other things happening, but I don't want to go there today. But if you wait at the door long enough, the door of the present moment, God will appear. Just be aware of your judgments. Be aware of the thoughts that come up that filter and project. And I want you to love them. Don't judge them. Love them like a little naughty child. You know? That's all it is. Those little judgmental thoughts or what? It's just like little naughty, the naughty inner child. So when you catch yourself, just bring that dimension of love and grace to yourself. And brick by brick, the veil will get lifted. And remember, God is without judgment, utterly. So I'd like to close, if everyone could just close their eyes. And I want you to feel this light inside of you, this bright light. And I want you to feel that light is growing, filling the room. It's covering the state of California. It's covering the United States, all the oceans and all the mountains and all the animals and all the miracles of life. All of that is within you right now. Expand that light out to the stars, beyond the stars. That is peace. So don't get caught up in the bullshit. Excuse my language, sorry. I apologize. So if everyone can just join me for a few seconds and in a prayer for peace and healing of the world. May unconscious humanity be healed and become conscious humanity, so we can join the rest of this world in the present moment. Thank you.